Congratulations, you've arrived at episode 43 of Access. This week we've got an exclusive chat with Team Wipeout at the Develop Conference in Brighton, an amazing competition to join us at Gamescom, and all the hottest news in our PlayStation briefing. First up though, it's time for guns, numbers and guns in Game of the Week Borderlands 2. The best thing about Borderlands 2 is that it's exactly like Borderlands 1, a crass cartoon playground of mutants, guns and depravity, except that it's better in every single way. Way number 1. A considerably larger budget means developer Gearbox Software's art monkeys can now afford all the crayons, whereas the vibrant colour spectrum of the original Borderlands ranged from red to slightly darker red. Borderlands 2 gives us green and blue, and basically a yawning expanse of game world that feels diverse, detailed and as real as anything cel-shaded has any right to be. Way number 2 then, the sheer scale and variety of Pandora. Town hubs like Sanctuary are crammed with detail and full of life, even if most of that life is filthy, sweary and sporting its own S&M line. Head into the post-apocalyptic wilderness, however, and from here to Horizon is crammed with stuff to see and do, where seeing means this. Oh, lovely. And doing means this. Lovely. Because, let's be frank, the reason you're going to play Borderlands 2 is because it's got more guns than a John Woo pipe dream, and all of them are brilliant. Juicy shotguns kick shells into enemies with wonderful power and noise, and the vast array of sniper rifles, machine guns and rocket launchers come with all manner of scopes and meaty attachments. What you can use depends on which of the 4 new character classes you pick, either Gunzerker, Commando, Siren or Assassin, but rest assured you'll have massive fun making things dead regardless of who you go with. The other filling in Borderlands 2's crunchy shooter pie is all that RPG stuff, which explains why numbers and words come out of monsters when you shoot them instead of blood, although there is still a bit of blood. Don't be put off by all the stats though, the game is still immediate and full of action, just deeper and more involving than pretty much every other shooter on PS3. Take it online with 4-player co-op and Borderlands 2 is unrivaled, because nothing solidifies comradeship more than murderising hordes of space mutants. Remember that time we killed that flamey, screamy tentacle thing? Let's be friends forever! And also buy Borderlands 2 when it comes out on September the 21st. Welcome to our PlayStation briefing, where we have all the news that's fit to wave in front of a camera. We start at the Develop Conference in Brighton and with industry legend Ian Livingstone, who wrote the fighting fantasy books that shaped our lives in ways that therapy is only just beginning to reveal.
I used to really enjoy trying to lure people down to their deaths so they fall on spikes and land painfully and sort of blood gushing from their veins.
Which is exactly why we used to cheat. As the man who helped usher Tomb Raider into the world, we also asked what's the key to making a successful game.
Gameplay, gameplay, gameplay.
Thanks, Ian, although you forgot graphics. Also at Develop, we bumped into the seriously serious pair of Victor Antonov and Sebastian Mitton, the art minds behind the very sharp-looking Dishonored, who explained a little about their motivation.
We live in an era of sequels, and we very rarely get to go to a new place. I don't think people spend enough time creating these things nowadays, so that's what we wanted to do.
Thanks, Victor, and Sebastian, who forgot to speak. Staying intellectual now, here's some big summer news from Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which has announced that over 150 bikini costumes will be available in the game when it launches this summer. I'm not sure what Hayachi is saying here, but I'm hoping it's to do with oil and baby soft buttocks. I'm not really sure that's okay. I am not sure at all. And finally, there's just time to tell you about our special Eurogamer Expo giveaway, where you've got the chance to get 20% discount on entry tickets for the show, running from the 27th to the 30th of September at Earls Court, London. Here's how to get yours. 1. Head to the events tab on our Facebook page. 2. Click on the Eurogamer Expo 2012 and grab the promo code. 3. The first 500 of you to redeem the code over at eurogamer.net/expo will bag yourselves cut price tickets. So go! Go now! That's your briefing done for now. We'll be back with more news next week. Time to browse PS3's digital toy box now. It's the week's best from On The Store. So what that Christian Bale is currently 25 feet tall in an IMAX near you? Our favourite Batman is this little plastic chap, about 25mm tall, and now on the PlayStation Store in Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes.
And you are?
Seriously?
The full PS3 game is available in downloadable form alongside its PS Vita cousin, and despite the child-friendly Lego visuals, is an open-world romp as triumphant as Batman's fists. Also triumphant, in a belated return to form kind of way, is Pro Evolution Soccer 2013, and you can find out why in this playable demo ready for download now. It's still early days, the game won't release until the autumn, but this opportunity to get to grips with the new manual shooting and dynamic first touch controls shouldn't be missed. Or you can just marvel at how perfectly Konami has captured Cristiano Ronaldo's petulant preening mug. Finally, PS Vita owners have got this to look forward to. Wait a sec, what is it? Here we go. Foosball, which of course is the silly name for table football. Rather brilliantly, Foosball 2012 comes with cross-platform connectivity with your PS3, and downloading it once bags you both handheld and home console versions. Plus you can play as Reykjavik. Yes! That's all from the store for now. We'll be back with more downloadables next time. So what are you lot doing from the 15th to the 19th of August this year? Well, phone Auntie Mavis and tell her camping in Sidmouth is off, because you could be accompanying Access TV to Cologne for Gamescom. That's right, 4 days of unreleased PS3 games, developer interviews, and quite possibly the best sausages you'll ever eat. Excited? Well, you should be, as we'll soon be sticking up another one of our mega brilliant Access competitions. The prize, if you hadn't already guessed, is hanging out with us for a whole week. We are really cool. Promise. Oh, and you'll get your face all over our Gamescom coverage as our presenter for the entire show, interview some developers, play some games before any of your mates. Yeah, it's alright, isn't it? If you fancy entering, then keep your eyes glued to youtube.com/PlayStation Access over the next week, as we'll be posting full competition details very soon. Good luck! We're heading back to the Develop Conference for this week's Access All Areas, where as well as spending ages getting this artistic shot of a seagull, we also sat down with the top talent from Wipeout 2048 to talk about the grand history and awesome future of the Zero G racing series.
One of my friends had stayed up all night to buy a PlayStation 1. And we'd been out clubbing at the Hacienda, of all places, famous dance music in Manchester. We went back to his, loaded it up at about 3 in the morning, and everyone was just completely blown away about it. It was like just a moment of magic when we were playing it in the living room.
My brothers are quite a little bit older than me, they're 12 years older than me, so they clubbed their money together and we got a PS1. I used to play a lot of Wipeout while they were away. I'd never seen anything so fast in my entire life. It was amazing.
It made PlayStation cool though, right? That was the thing.
Yeah.
I think what it particularly works is the PlayStation hardware's always been graphically advanced, and the Wipeout games have always been amazing to look at, and I think it's always been the game to show off what your new hardware can do, right? So.
In our studio has always been, it's very art design orientated studio. So it's kind of like, here's what you want me to make, my job is to try and make it happen.
Every Wipeout that has been released has got better. Right up until PS3, from PS1 in 2014 on Vita, better again.
You know, one of the big things that we did was the technical innovation that we, pioneered with crossplay, so that, real-time, head-to-head gameplay between PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita.
The success of how well you do making your game can often define the success of how well a console does. And so, you want it to be there, you want it day one, you want it to look awesome, good review scores.
I hope in 10 years' time they'll connect to it like they did the original Wipeout. So you all ask us, what's your Wipeout story? It'd be nice to have, what's your Wipeout 2048 story? It's like, I was on the bus, I missed my stop and ended up in a moon or something.
Yeah.
We all share this view of creating one giant global community where people can get involved no matter, and create one big family. That's what I want.
Thanks to Amy and the boys for their time, and thanks to Johnny Seagull for floating gracefully over Brighton Pier. The very best thing about Sleeping Dogs, in case you missed our Game of the Week last week, is that you can send nasty folk to the fiery afterlife with more than just guns and fists. Phone booths, air vents, shop window shutters. If it can be used to smack a man, chances are Wei Shen will do it. And so here's our roundup of Sleeping Dogs' very best creator kills. That's all we've got time for this week. For more videos, head to youtube.com/PlayStation Access, or to get involved with the Access community, like us on our Facebook page. See you next time.